Lin-Manuel Miranda is the GOAT. In the Heights is a new musical. Well, not really a new musical because it was on Broadway before Hamilton, and it is produced by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who created the show. It's directed by John M. Chu, stars Anthony Ramos, and this is the story about Washington Heights in New York and how one block that is very much a family try to navigate their lives as they move away from Washington Heights. And really the main focus is on Anthony Ramos' character Usnavi, who is trying to figure out whether or not he should stay in Washington Heights or leave for the Dominican Republic to establish his dreams. I was expecting three things from this movie. Number one, that it would be a movie that was very sweet. Two, that it was going to be vibrant and fun. And three, that it was going to be kind of the summer movie. Based on the trailers, based on everything that we had seen, and the fact that it's from Lin-Manuel Miranda's genius brain, that's kind of what I went in expecting, and I got all of that. This movie is everything I wanted it to be. It was so much fun. I had a big smile on my face from ear to ear, and it's also heartbreaking. There are some very sad moments in this movie. This movie actually made me cry, which a movie hasn't done that in at least a couple of years. So, bravo. The performances, stellar. The choreography, the music, the rhythm, the vibrancy, the set design, the costumes, it all worked for me. It all worked for me. John Chu is someone who I'm really looking forward to seeing what else he can do. I know he did Crazy Rich Asians, which I actually own, and I've seen only like the first 15 minutes of the movie. I know I gotta finish it. I was just really tired that day and wasn't really feeling it. But In the Heights is definitely an astonishing feat because this is a movie that was about a musical that I've never heard of, I didn't know anything about, and the fact that it was attached to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I just kind of got on that bandwagon just last year after watching Hamilton. I really was fascinated with where the story was going to go, and the fact that it's such a simplistic story, but yet it brings in the navigation of different people's lives and what their dreams are. Because everyone has a dream, and the fact that they bring all of these characters together and they kind of act as one family. They have one central woman who is an abuela to them, and even though she doesn't have any family of her own, she's kind of inherited all of these people in this block as her own. And it's really nice to see something like this where it's just about a culture coming together and unifying. And for me, it has a lot of ties to it where I felt emotional. Number one, I lost my grandmother in December, and there's a very, very touching moment in this movie that made me cry because I just thought of my grandmother and what she meant to me. Number two, I'm Latino. My last name is Acosta or Acosta, and I know that I definitely don't look Latino, but that's also because that's from my mom's side where she's English and Irish and everything else. I am Cubano, and to me, this was really cool to see some of the flair of the heritage, the Latin heritage that is a part of who I am and my identity. And I think that that's really awesome. And the fact that this is a movie that celebrates that culture and celebrates, me being Cubano and my great-grandfather who came over from Cuba to this country for opportunity. That to me just made me kind of connect even more on a personal level with this movie and with this story. Anthony Ramos is someone who I've only ever seen in like A Star is Born or Hamilton, and he's always been kind of a side piece. But I really think that this guy is the standout in this film. I think he's really got a future, and he deserves it. I mean, he's so good in this film. I don't know if it's Oscar-worthy. I can't say it's like an Oscar-worthy performance, but it's also because it's early, and usually in June or July when someone gives a great performance, in September, October, we're not even going to remember their performances, so that's the unfortunate thing. Some different things, though, in terms of comparing this to Hamilton, you kind of can't because they're two separate things, but to me, I like the story more in this film or in this musical than in Hamilton, because I can relate to it. Again, it's about culture, it's about pride, and it's about really kind of finding your identity and really being able to live upon your dreams, because I have dreams and aspirations, and so this movie inspired me in that way. However, that being said, I prefer the music in Hamilton. To me, it just stuck out more. In the Heights has some great music, but they're not as catchy or as familiar, and even though I'm going to definitely listen to the soundtrack, I don't think these songs are going to kind of stick into my head quite like Hamilton was able to do. This movie has it all. It's fun, it's got a lot of flair, got a lot of style, and it's a movie that I am pleasantly surprised to say is so far easily one of the best movies of the year. It's not the best movie for me. I still really prefer Quiet Place Part 2 over anything I've seen this year, but this is one that I think is going to stick with me, and it's going to be hard for anything to kind of top this summer in terms of like that movie that's like that feel-good movie that gives you everything that you're looking for. So if you want to go watch a movie with your family and go have a fun time at the movies this summer, definitely make sure you check out In the Heights, because this movie is a blast. What did you guys think of In the Heights? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Do you like Lin-Manuel Miranda? I think he's a genius. I'm also really excited for Tick, Tick, Boom, which the trailer just released as I'm today, like this morning. And the first 30 seconds of that trailer, I've watched probably 40 times. This is the life of Bobo Bobo. This is the life of Bobo Bobo. This is the life of Bobo Bobo Bohemia. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and maybe I'll have to sing very soon. Bohemia.